Fredericksburg Live. Go, see, do.
Hello, Fredericksburg. I'm Anthony Campbell. We're with Fredericksburg Live. Today, I have a special guest with me, Kate Hopper, who is the board chairman for Thrive, the Healing Center. We're glad to have you with us today. There's some very interesting information about what you all are doing in the community, the things that are going to be coming about. We're anxious and excited to share that with all of our viewers today. First of all, let's talk about Thrive. What is the meaning behind that name, Thrive, the Healing Center?
Well, Thrive is really the mission and the vision all in one word. If you think about it, to thrive is to grow to your potential.
Okay.
And we see that women in the community deserve that chance and deserve a forum, a place to go and thrive. And we serve all types of women at all ages and stages.
Okay. One of the things that I found in the material that I was reading is we talked about certain conditions that women may need some additional help with. The term that immediately caught my eye was invisible illnesses. You'd mentioned certain things such as lupus and fibromyalgia, even migraines. Talk a little bit about why that would be something that these sufferers would come to Thrive for.
Well, we believe those illnesses are very prevalent in today's society. A lot of them are stress-related illnesses that we address that don't really have a place. They don't really have a support group or a place of learning how to deal with those, because those are long-term illnesses and diseases that we believe we can heal from.
Okay. So let's say wife, mother, professional has been suffering for years with a condition such as fibromyalgia or migraines. They've sought all sorts of medical help, and their response or the freedom from those conditions is limited. Is Thrive an organization that comes in and fills in that gap for what's missing in their lives?
That's exactly right, Anthony. We don't claim to be able to solve those conditions. We're not medically treating those conditions right now through Thrive. But what we are doing is giving the woman the holistic support integrated with her medical provider. We'd love to be able to ultimately have medical providers through Thrive that can, have an open dialogue with some other therapists and other conjunctive methodology, whether it's healing touch, whether it's yoga, whether it's an OBGYN. We have a chiropractor on staff right now, on our board rather, that, she focuses on wellness. And that's what we believe. It's not just you suffer from fibromyalgia per se. We think, yes, that's absolutely a condition that you may suffer from, but there might be other things we can do to help you, to support you, to get through that.
That's a very good point. It's almost like a hand-in-hand type of support for these people. Now, I know my wife is a very, very busy woman. She has a career. She's involved in a lot of social activities, very involved in her church. Stress is a daily part of
Absolutely.
Certainly her life.
Absolutely.
And what I see for most women is when the bell rings at the end of the workday, that doesn't end the stress for them. Then it's, go home, interacting with the family. A lot of times they are involved with the kids, their sports. It's just a go type thing. Where can a woman eventually get to the point where she feels that she can take that burden off her shoulders than in a situation such as a Thrive that creates that type of opportunity? You mentioned earlier, we talked about when you came in, support groups. Is that something that Thrive will be providing?
We feel like that's the first phase of our overall plan. Our strategic plan is really providing support groups, workshops, classes for a woman who may need a little bit more. You know, we're all spread thin. We all run in 85 different directions. Women that might be seeking counseling of some sort or another, but really could use another venue. If they've had a trauma, for example, and they have wonderful resources for that in Fredericksburg. We have our CASA, RCDV. We have Hope House that creates some lasting help for women in this area. We have a lot of different immediate responses in the area and critical care. What Thrive looks to do is to fill the missing piece of the intermediate care. Women that maybe have a lower level trauma, maybe they've gone through the pain of divorce. What's there for them? They still might need a helping hand on their back. So workshops, classes, nutritional counseling, financial counseling.
You mentioned nutritional counseling. Why would that, you know, what's the connection there?
Well, we have a lot of women in the community that struggle with their weight, that struggle with body image, that struggle with things in their past that might be affecting their current and their future. And sometimes that can be as simple as giving them some nutritional information, some counseling there. And we have another person who is an RN and also a licensed nutritionist that's on our board.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned those things. I think, you know, men probably tend to compartmentalize our stresses more. You know, maybe that's not a good thing. Whereas women may carry these things
We do.
from traumatic situations that occurred, you know, when they were children, young adults, into their relationships. So that stress for them never really goes away.
Right.
So if they had an opportunity to come and be a part of something like Thrive, what's the first step? How do you do this? How do you make that connection?
Well, we have recently hired our first program liaison, our first staff member. Really excited about it. Her name's Christine Slattery, and she's had a lot of experience in the nonprofit world and running multiple programs. As far as a foundation, she worked with Germana for a good while, doing their education foundation, doing events and fundraising and so forth. So she is going to be a fantastic resource for Thrive. She will be there to answer the phones, to kind of handle some intake questions and start you down the path of maybe start with this class, maybe meet with this professional, maybe you should come to this workshop.
So this is bigger than Thrive. It sounds to me that you all have a network of professionals that are already doing great things for women throughout our community. So my question is...
We call them community partners.
I think that's such a great idea. So Thrive almost becomes the glue that puts this whole thing together.
Wow, he's good. Yes.
So it's almost like a one-stop information center where these ladies can get the care that they need, even if it's not a service that's directly provided by Thrive. You will help them make the connection to get in contact with the people that they need to talk to.
We do. We see ourselves as a hub. We want to be the hub. We want to be the center
That's fantastic.
of someone's personal health care and a family's personal health care. We want to be the connecting piece. And ultimately, we'd like to grow and expand and have those people under one roof. Right now, we have 2 therapists in an associated practice through our Community Partners program.
Okay.
Beth Parker is a licensed clinical social worker and a certified trauma therapist, and she's also on our board. She runs her practice, Creative Healing Solutions, in our building.
How much more convenient could that be?
It's a great resource. It's fantastic, and she has a number of licensed therapists who also see patients. And believe it or not, those patients are going to be able to take advantage of the classes and the workshops and things as we get going. And that's just a piece. The network is going to expand to other therapists.
Sure.
We have met with Lynn Delamere of Mental Health Associates. We have talked with a lot of the different professionals in that field and encouraged them to take part in Thrive.
I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. The Healing Center Resources Guide that I have here, just a list of things that go on. We touched on a few of them. Anxiety, depression, body image, nutritional needs, childhood physical and sexual abuse. I mean, it's so prevalent, you know, with the things that we've heard lately, a lot of celebrities that are finally coming out and talking about things that they've suppressed over these years, and how free the sharing of that information has been able to make them, because they've been able to take the weight of that stress off their shoulders. And I think with medicine coming out now saying that a lot of our physical ailments are a result of our body's constant being weighted under the stresses and strains of daily life, compounded by the things that we've dealt with before. Co-occurring medical issues, the stress that comes from dealing with the problems that we've had medically, grief, loss, loss of a child, loss of a spouse or loved one, life transitions, marital issues. You mentioned traumatic stress. It just seems that you all just completely cover the gamut of all of the things that we face, not just as females, but I know men deal with the same things. But it's nice to know that women will have the resources needed to be able to do this.
You're right, and it's a wide net. It's a really wide net. I don't know of any woman who hasn't had anything on that list.
Right.
So that's our overview. That's right. What we want to achieve through Thrive. To start out, we really have a couple of key things, and I just want to kind of point this out to everyone who wants to start getting involved. We're really looking at people who have had low-level traumas or major traumas, like I said, coming out of our CASA, RCDV, Hope House, things like that, Micah, just need, to take the next step.
Right.
Post-traumatic stress disorder, women veterans. How many women veterans are coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq and don't have anywhere to turn?
Right.
Yes, the VA is there, and I don't want to, subjugate anything that they're doing, but they need something more that's going to be a safe place, that's women-focused.
That's wonderful. Kate, tell us where to go. How can someone find Thrive? Where's your office located?
Okay. Our offices are off of Ballantrae Drive, 10700 Ballantrae Drive, Suite 104. Okay. It's a brand new building. They built it out for us. We have a yoga studio within our building.
Oh, that's beautiful. We
have a place for a medical practitioner, which we hope to put into place very soon, doing healing touch, massage, chiropractic care. I mentioned Dr. Christine Thompson. She is a certified chiropractor here in Fredericksburg. She's on our board, our clinical board, and she's helping with the programming. We have some classes and workshops starting right now. We have financial classes if you want to, take another look at your finances. Nicole Hawkins-Normand.
That's a big source of stress for a lot of people.
It is, and if we can just get back to basics, if someone just needs to get back to basics and learn about what it is to manage that financial piece, maybe that would alleviate a lot of stress in their lives.
Kate, thank you so much for being here today. Again, we're here with Kate Hopper, who is the board chairman for Thrive, the Healing Center. As she mentioned, it's at 10700 Ballantrae Drive, Suite 104. Pick up the phone and give them a call today. The number is 540-361-1331, or you can send a confidential email to thrivehealing.org. That's thrivehealing.org. Kate, thank you again. We can't tell you how much we
ribbon
appreciate
cutting,
you.
September 8th.
Oh, yes, September 8th is the ribbon cutting at the facility. I know they'd love for you to come by and check out the facilities and see all the great things that they're doing, and just to know that this is just the beginning of the whole thing. Ladies, I got to get out here. I just want to thank you again for taking a moment and spending time with Kate and I.
Thank you.
I'm Anthony Campbell with Fredericksburg Live. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Anthony.
This has been a Video Man production and a So Wise marketing presentation.